Martell Holt from LAMH, Huntsville is at the center of chaos after Tasha K dropped some serious receipts that have fans buzzing. Bloggers reacting and the internet in a frenzy. This wasn't just gossip. Tasha K's video pulled back the curtain on much bigger issues like harassment, accountability, and repeated behavior that has been ignored for far too long. The clip featured Shereé, who spoke with raw emotion about moments where Martell made her feel unsafe, not just uncomfortable, but genuinely fearful for herself and her children. Once Tasha K posted the video, it spread like wildfire, and Martell suddenly found himself in a storm he couldn't control. Thousands of people flooded social media, and it quickly became clear that this was no longer about rumors. It was about real-life consequences. When Melody shared her story, reactions online were split. Many people rallied around her, praising her strengths and offering words of support, while others defended Martell, accusing her of exaggerating or lying. This cycle is all too familiar, victims being blamed while those responsible avoid accountability. Tasha K's platform ensured that this time the conversation wouldn't happen quietly. By amplifying Melody's words, she forced the issue into the spotlight, and from that moment forward, Martell's world began to change. Instead of taking accountability, Martell fell back into his usual patterns of deflecting, joking, and playing the victim. Reports claim he even mocked Melody in text messages to Tasha K, laughing about her white suit in court and calling it her Sunday best. Yet court is not a comedy show, it's serious. Melody showed up looking respectful and professional, while Martell tried to turn it into a punchline. He also pointed to the $300 fine he received as proof of innocence, arguing that if he were truly guilty, he'd be in jail. But anyone who understands the system knows that small punishments don't always reflect the seriousness of the situation. And his attempt to spin it came across as manipulative. On top of that, Martell reportedly sent videos to Tasha K, trying to paint Melody as the aggressor and other. Classic tactic of provoking someone until they react and then flipping the script to play the victim. The drama escalated further when Arione Curry jumped into the mix. Reports say she showed up to court in a short skirt, which many found inappropriate. Still, the double standard was clear. Nobody criticized her outfit, while Melody was dragged for wearing something professional. Things became even more tense during the infamous elevator incident, when Melody, Martell, Arione, and security were all trapped in the same small space. Arione reportedly threw shade at Melody, accusing her of talking to someone's husband. The irony was glaring. Arione spent years defending her role as Martell's mistress, yet she used the very same situation to attack Melody after the marriage had ended. To many, it came across as desperate rather than powerful. While Melody stayed calm and refused to be pulled into the mud, fans have noticed the same pattern for years. Melody continues to focus on her children, her businesses, and her music, while Martell repeatedly drags her back into chaos with his behavior. Other cast members, like Letitia and Marcia Scott, often dismiss his actions or even laugh at Melody's pain, which fans see as enabling harmful behavior. Letitia's mother, Wanda, only adds fuel to the fire with her constant flip-flopping, sometimes defending Melody, other times minimizing her struggles. Even Carlos King, the producer of Love and Marriage, Huntsville, has been criticized. Fans argue that he should protect cast members when real safety concerns are raised. Melody reportedly reached out to production for help, saying she didn't feel safe in her own home, but no one responded. To many, that signaled that ratings mattered more than cast safety. Altogether, the picture is clear. Martell has spent years avoiding accountability by using manipulation, gaslighting, and victim playing to dodge responsibility. Melody, on the other hand, has faced constant attacks, yet continues to handle herself with grace and composure. Arione continues adding fuel to the fire instead of demanding accountability from Martell, while other cast members, family members, and even producers look the other way. Thanks to Tasha K's video, the public can now see the full pattern of abuse, victim blaming, and double standards that have been allowed to continue for too long. Martell's excuses are wearing thin. His ability to play the victim is fading fast. and the pressure on him to finally take responsibility is greater than ever. What makes this entire situation even more intense is how it exposes cracks within reality TV itself. Love and marriage. Huntsville was built on showing the highs and lows of relationships. But fans are now asking, at what point does entertainment cross the line into exploitation? When cast members openly say they feel unsafe and production does nothing. It raises serious questions about how far people are willing to go for ratings. Viewers are holding not only Martell accountable, but also the show itself for allowing this cycle to continue. The truth is, Martell isn't just battling bad press, he's dealing with a shift in public opinion. For years, he charmed his way out of criticism by playing the role of the misunderstood man or victim of circumstance. But now, people are watching closely, and the sympathy is running out. Every joke, every deflection, every attempt to downplay Melody's pain only makes him look worse. Meanwhile, Melody's strength has earned her respect. She hasn't let the noise or chaos stop her from moving forward. And her resilience has inspired countless women who've faced similar situations. That's why so many continue to root for Hirsch, become more than just a reality star. She's a symbol of strength. Arione Curry, however, remains determined to insert herself into the storyline, continuing to attack Melody instead of holding Martell accountable. Fans aren't buying it anymore, and many believe she's only hurting her own credibility. The Scotts are also in the hot seat for enabling Martell and failing to show empathy. While Carlos King's silence has only fueled criticism of the show's production team, at the end of the day, this is bigger than Martell and Melody. It reflects real-life patterns of victims being silenced, abusers avoiding accountability, and systems looking the other way until the public forces a reckoning. Thanks to Tasha K., the conversation is louder than ever, and it isn't going away anytime soon. Martell is running out of excuses, and the spotlight on his behavior is brighter than ever. So as this story continues to unfold, the questions remain. Will Martell finally take accountability? Or will he keep flipping the narrative? Will the cast and production step up, or keep hiding behind the cameras? And